I am in Batwoman's Batcave. Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine, and oh my goodness, you weren't supposed to see me here. I am not properly dressed. Where is my mask? Oh, I guess we'll just have to go on with the show. Hello, everybody. My name is Puppetine, and joining me, let me use the Bat computer here real fast. Ah, there you are. Bat Arnold is with me right here. Say hello, Bat Arnold.
How's it going? I got my beer. I'm good.
Oh, and I see you've upgraded. You have gloves now.
Yeah.
Well, today we are here to talk about Batwoman episode 4 of season 2. It's
very
back.
Good. I like it.
It's back. It's back in black. Batwoman. I should have done that the first episode. Well, there's a lot to talk about. Where to start? We just finished just a moment ago. Isn't that right, Bat Arnold?
Yes. Yeah. The best place to start is why are you in my cousin's cave?
Why am I in your cousin's cave? Well, it's very nice. It's a little damp, but it's very nice here. As you can see right behind me, we have Batwoman's suit. Isn't that neat? He's speechless. Look at him. He's disapproving. But you know what? It doesn't matter because it's all good fun. We're here now. We are here and proud. Racist puppet. I am not a racist puppet. Bat Arnold, to my defense.
He's so.
So. No.
Yeah, he's got to know. He's a white guy imposing his white privilege inside the Batcave.
No. You know what? You're right. Yeah. There's no white people in the Batcave.
Yeah, they finally got all the white people out there, and you have to go inside.
Well, you know, technically, I'm a Chinese American. Look at my tag, and you can see.
Yeah, but anyway. So that means you're Disney owned then.
Oh, that's a low blow.
Low blow is being
the MCU.
A low blow is being the only white man in the Batcave not to get laid by Kate Kane.
There's no white men getting laid by Kate Kane. There's no men at all getting laid by Kate Kane because Kate Kane is dead. Or is she? That's what this episode.
I know. Like, actually, I think the problem is that it's because you're not, you're white. If you're black, maybe it should go for you.
I don't think so because she didn't go for Luke Fox.
That we know of. I don't know. She's a little different. Remember, she's a lesbian. She's kind of got screw loose.
She's a lesbian, which means she only goes for women. She goes for a couple women.
You mean women?
No, because Kate Kane was a solid character. She was played by an actress who played her kind of dully, but the character Kate Kane in the world surrounding her was good. We remember that from the first season.
Yeah. I want to point out that Kate Kane actually was a tough girl, not like this other bitch.
She also had training. She went out and got training. She went like Bruce Wayne, honestly, after she was kicked out of the military academy, and she went and got training out there in the world. And so she actually had skill. This random woman who finds her suit, well, she now has mastered the bat suit, apparently. Even though last week she had one stumble so that the writers could point at it and look like, see, she makes mistakes. I think we should get to the episode. I wrote some things down to make sure that we are able to talk about.
Yeah, I just want to know, do you have any candy on you? I'm very, very hungry after watching that. I feel like Mariko Tamaki was writing it.
The Candy Man, or the Candy Lady in this case. This episode revolves around, well, there's this young black man, young black boy. He is very young. He's like 12, 13.
His name is Kevin.
Mm-hmm. So his brother breaks a window so that Batwoman rushes over and he can say, hey, my brother's missing. Can you find my brother? And Ryan quickly works out, due to his last appearance, that he was kidnapped by this old white woman who offers candy and comics in her van. And you know why she knows this? Do you know why, Bat Arnold?
Because she's black.
No. Because she was kidnapped as a kid by this lady.
Yeah. That's right. She's a victim. That's right. CW women are always victims. Beth is a victim. Kate was a victim. Everyone's a victim.
Yeah. Well,
the only person who's not a victim is Luke Fox.
So apparently, this candy lady, how she works is she kidnaps kids by this comic book store, takes them, and she basically brainwashes them for 60 days. From what we see, she locks them in a room, and every day she comes in and basically says, "Oh, nobody's looking for you," and takes a piece of candy out of a jar. And after all the 60 jelly beans are gone, she sells you. This was very hard to watch. I remember while we were watching, I could not help but laugh a couple times because it's just so ridiculous. So ridiculous. You know, in the flashback scene, Ryan says that basically, I'm not going to give in. I'm not going to be brainwashed by you, candy lady. And so the candy lady, because Ryan is into what was the comic? Ghost Lad or something?
The comic is actually called Ghost Kid, but what's funny about this, we shows a young Ryan Wilder outside the comic book shop, and then you got the spinner rack. And what's funny about the spinner rack, it's outside the shop. And they're like, "Oh, these are free comics," you know, and the white lady pulls up in the van. He's like, "Hey, I got some comics I want to bring in the shop. Maybe you could help me, look at them before. Maybe you can have them for free." Because and the first thing out of the little young black Ryan Wilder's like, "I'm not stealing these. These are free." It's bad writing, and it's just like, are we supposed to keep caring? I don't know. I don't know what to do with my hands. I just don't understand this.
And while she's kidnapped, and Ryan's saying, "I'm going to fight."
One more thing I want to point out, that there actually was a comic book called Claw. I understand. For those who are DC fans, maybe you'll know what it is. Enlighten me. Remember, I'm only a governor, or ex-governor. I'm not Batman, so I need to know more about this. Educate me.
Well, I want to address some comments because we have some people in here. Snatchface the Fool, hello. I am here, and I'm glad to feed your puppet fix. Drugs is actually a topic in this issue, but we'll get to that later. LK is here. Oh, good God, that is so dumb, LK says. So I guess she doesn't make the world taste good. No. She doesn't make the world taste good. She is an old, mean white lady, and that's the villain. Marania saying, "Oh, great, now CW is promoting the idea of comic lovers being perverts or worse."
I got to give props to the show, though. Whenever there's not a lesbian on the scene, they put one on. They bring a new one in. So there's always at least one lesbian per scene. And lately, they've been doing kind of good about that. It's continuity. Something that the CW has is the Arrowverse.
Yeah, we'll address the
new lesbian.
The new lesbian later, because she's a last minute kind of thing almost.
Remember, you gotta remember though, they don't exist. That's the narrative they want us to say. And guess what? I heard that Alex is gay.
Oh no, she's gay? Where'd you hear that? I didn't know Alex was gay.
Yeah, she said it last week. I was watching on Netflix.
She says it every week. Anyway, moving on. We need to address that. Why to be fair, she said her son was off to a boarding school, and so he left all his comics. It wasn't that they were her comics she was giving away. I gotta be fair. They aren't trying to push the idea that comic lovers are perverts.
I
I have
Yeah, Snatch. I gotta say that if Greg Rucka is writing it, they're all lesbians. The only one that's not missing is the best, probably the best lesbian of Gotham, and I got to say that's what Renee Montoya. Where is she? She's not
she's not
here.
here. You know, out of all the characters, you think they'd want Renee Montoya in there, and it made sense because Renee Montoya, if memory serves me, she had a relationship.
Yeah,
With
this show should have been canceled or at least written just to have the question show up, and that's it. We don't need another Batwoman. Give us someone who's actually established character that actually deserves it.
I would be fine if they wanted to do a Renee Montoya question thing upon the team. I know her run is.
And the reason I say that is because Batwoman Ryan Wilder just came out in Batgirl 50. She's still new. Let her earn her stripes.
Why'd you have to remind me about Batgirl 50?
Because it should be instilled inside your little puppet brain.
It is. I can't get it out. I can't scrub it out. I only read part of it because it was so horrible. I had to skim it because my brain literally the stitching was coming off. Look, see? Stitching, weak.
Yeah.
All right. Moving on. So I want to get this scene across. So attention on me. On the puppet. Eyes on the puppet.
Eyes on the Batcave.
So actually it's cool to have this behind me. Isn't it nice? Yeah,
there's always a woman behind you, isn't there?
So
a strong woman.
Gail is all the strong woman I need, sir. Anyway, moving on. The scene is Ryan fighting well, not actually fighting, but like saying, "Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to give in." And the lady says, "Really? You know, in those comic books you love so much, think about it. Do those superheroes ever save kids like you?"
She got the point. Nobody likes little brats.
No, even superheroes will save little brats.
Yeah, so basically trying to imply that in DC Comics or all comics that black people do not exist. Superheroes do not save black children.
I want to talk about something here real fast because Ryan is young. She's like, what, 12? And now she's supposed to be 20-something, so like 10 years. Batman is in Gotham because at one point the lady comes in, "Oh, look at this." There's a montage of the candy lady taunting her. And she's like, "Oh, look, Batman stopped the Joker." That's in the news. You know who's not? You. I cannot believe how ridiculous.
Yeah, if there's a little girl, I'd be like, "Guess who's not getting laid? You, crazy lady."
So
go choke on the jelly beans.
Basically, at one point, Ryan thinks she's saved in this flashback montage because a team, this charity group is saying, "Hey, miss, have you seen this girl? We've been looking for her." And they show a picture after the lady asks, "Oh, well, she's young. She has fair skin and blue eyes." And those words echo as Ryan is listening from the window, and she's traumatized by these words. And she has a red necklace. So the girl was Beth. But, you know, Beth being missing didn't matter.
Yeah, in the I want to point out that this flashback is important because Mary is sitting there in the chair, and then you have what's her name? Ryan Wilder is saying the reason. Yeah, that's what I knew right there. That the white people don't look for the little black girls. No one looks for us because they don't care.
You know, I wish I could care more.
Yeah, I want to throw. I want
make it a joke.
I want to throw Ryan Wilder into Gotham City, and then take her out of Gotham City, and then throw her into Chicago, and just tell her how much nicer Gotham City is.
Oh well, I'm not sure. Gotham. Well, I mean, I guess it would be. It's hard to debate which is worse. Moving
Yeah,
on.
I just want to laugh because it's
Let's
your
get to
question because they're both the same.
the-
Yeah,
So let's do that laugh again.
yeah. You're so good.
Oh yeah. This is too good. Let's move on to a plot point that actually matters to the characters of the show.
Yeah, it's talking about a lesbian.
Well, only one lesbian, and that's Sophie.
Okay.
Alice is there and basically says, "Hey, I need help." And she's in her apartment, and Sophie's like, "Alice," whenever she's not getting to the point. But eventually they do. Alice reveals they need to find a guy named Ocean. So she wants Sophie to use the access to the Crow's database for her to find Ocean. And eventually they're having no luck, and Luke comes over. Luke has the door open, and Alice opens it. And I remember Sophie's like, "No, you can't reveal yourself. No, can't reveal we're working together." But then Alice pulls a gun on Luke's face and says that basically she'll be happy taking him out. We cut to another flashback. Earlier in the episode, it was Ryan in a foster home, and she made friends with a girl named Angelique. Angelique gets kidnapped looking for Ryan, and it was her goal. She wanted to get kidnapped so that she could find Ryan, and the candy lady just puts them in a room together. Where to... Now, I have to say, Kid Ryan Wilder kind of confuses me. I guess that her mother in the first episode, in the flashbacks, was adopted her. I guess that was finally the case. Before Mama got me, she said. And so we're going to, after the flashback, it basically flashes back to Sophie and Alice and Luke. And Sophie's like, "We can use Luke, don't shoot him." And Alice is like, "Oh, I don't do threesomes. Sorry." And Sophie goes to Alice, runs her into the wall, takes the gun. "Don't touch my gun again," she says. And basically says, "Luke, you stay here because we're going to need your help." Candy Lady quickly figures out where... Oh, I'm sorry. Ryan finds out where Candy Lady is. Goes to her house. It's a white suburban house. It's literally painted white. And goes up and says, well, no, she knocks. "Hey, lady, where's Kevin?" And she confronts him right there. And she's not dressed as Batwoman. She wants to go and do it as herself. Well, the candy lady speaks to her for a moment, and two people go up, grab Ryan by the arms, and Candy Lady sprays them with a special spray to knock them out. This special spray is talked about a few times. I think now is a good time to take a second and look at some comments. So, let's see. Sophie was married, technically bisexual, but the marriage was fake. She only did it because, well, she couldn't be a lesbian and stay in military school. So she lied to herself. Don't you know? Snatchface says that the show is so unentertaining that they'd rather watch me talk about it, or us talk about it. My apologies. I didn't mean to forget you, Bat Arnold. Than anyone else. It would be better. It's better to get a recap from a puppet and a guy in a Batman mask. And one last thing. LK. Oh my, oh God, is a very special episode of Batwoman. Is there a PSA at the end? There wasn't a PSA at the end. There's another show like Big Sky, and there's a PSA at the end of every single one. But no, there was no PSA at the end. So Maranya says she just got a notification. Better than Ryan as Batwoman. Well, no, you can't say she's a bad black woman because she is a black woman, and you can't change that. The thing is that that her identity should go beyond just that, and it does because she's a lesbian. Don't you know?
You don't want to do that because you can't. It takes away from the narrative. If she has any character growth, then it's just like, okay, I'm supposed to be racist. I'm supposed to be hating everybody. Everyone. I'm the victim here. And as soon as she starts opening up her heart, it's like, then you lose your fan base because most of them want to just be grumpy and they want to live for your rage.
Yep.
I mean, why do you think people like me? People like me when I shoot the people. I mean, I never shoot people. When I kick their butts.
Listen, before you were Batman, you had to do some shooting. You had to ride a motorcycle. You had to go back in time to save John Connor, something like that.
The only thing I shot was, for the record, is grappling hooks.
That's right. Sure. You keep telling us that. All right.
Keep it up, and I'll make you leave. Keep it up, and I'll make you let off some steam.
Oh dear. I'm already. I'm going to just finish this up pretty quickly. Luke goes to the back. Says that he can go and check at Wayne Enterprises and uses the computers there to try to find Ocean. We get a flashback of Angelique and Ryan as kids attacking the Candy Lady, and before they can knock out Candy Lady, she sprays Ryan in the face with the knockout gas, whatever.
We call it the roofie drug because that's basically what it is.
And that's basically what it is. But Angelique is going to Kid Ryan saying, you need to wake up. And while this is happening, it's cutting between her and modern Ryan, who is waking up from the gas in the house.
Yeah, you got to be strong. Don't give up. Ghost Kid would not give up. You must keep fighting. And I'm just like, is Ghost Kid is it made up or is this actually like a real character? Because I don't know.
Now,
I kind of want to see how bad they changed it for the show.
Now, LK, it's not Ghost Boy, it's Ghost Kid. So, eventually, Ryan wakes up after the echoing motivational speech from before, and she uses the candy bowl, smashes it to the ground, and uses the glass to cut her binds. Candy Lady hears this, hears the rustling upstairs, takes a knife from the kitchen, goes upstairs. Oh, what's happening here? And enters, steps on a piece of glass, and there's a crunch, and we see Ryan asleep on the floor, like. And then she sits up and attacks Candy Lady. Oh, LK is bringing up the Jack Napier piece. Yeah, we get a point where Jacob Kane asks a crow to look into it, but that's it. That's all.
Yeah, it's just kind of funny because apparently in this universe, it is I'm speculating is only that Batman knows that Jack Napier is actually Joker.
I don't know about that. It's a very thing. I don't like the Joker's identity being well known. I like the mystery of it. I do love Killing Joke, but I mean the book, of course. But how he ends it, saying, if I have to have an origin story, I'd rather have the answer be multiple choice. I like that too. But
Yeah, also,
Jacob offered a prize at the beginning of this episode of $1 million for any information leading to Kate Kane. And some guy has a lead that he tells him. And so Jacob goes over, do. Okay, you have some information, he says. And the guy's like, yeah, here it is. And then Kevin, the boy who's missing, goes up behind him with a gun and knocks out Jacob Kane. So Jacob is basically kidnapped too. There's a lot of kidnapping in this episode. I'm surprised there isn't a PSA.
yeah, it's if someone hands you comic books, maybe you shouldn't be stupid and maybe you just go back to the orphan, and just kind of stay there.
Yeah. So here's what happened.
But I will only say this though: if a strange lady came up to you and offered you Action Comics #1 is legit, would you get inside the van?
It's worth more than my life, so it's tempting. I know that's very sad, but let's move on.
Yeah, let's kind of roll around, just walk past this subject and go into the next subject. Because I want to bring up a point that I believe it was either Snatchface or talking about the Batmobile. Now the Batmobile now it has the red bat symbol on the front, and guess what? The doors are normal. It's not the cupboard. It's not the top where it slides open. It's just like I open the door. Okay, so not anybody can pickpocket inside the car. All you gotta do is put the little wire down there. If it's old school, and if it's electronic lock, yeah.
Do you remember Adam West's Batmobile? It didn't even have a top.
Yeah,
and it was red.
Because he was over the top.
Alrighty, now let's get to the wrap up. Kevin is instructed by this guy to kill Jacob Kane. And Jacob's like, you don't have to do this.
Yeah, it's his initiation. He has to kill someone in order to join the gang.
What's the gang? The
Faceless Society.
Yep, that's right. And he's staring at him.
Actually, no, he's called I stand corrected. He's actually called the False Face. The False Face Society.
Yes. Then a batarang is thrown in and goes on to Jacob Kane's spines on one of his arms. And he's like, oh, and struggles against it for a bit and rips the arm up. And basically starts fighting with Batwoman against these thugs. And it ends with just Kevin being left, and he's holding a gun to Jacob Kane. And Batwoman talks him out, saying, I know what it's like. It's okay. I was that kid too. Your brother cares about you, and I care, and I see you. It's very important for her to say that. Then Kevin puts the gun down, and Batwoman hands the gun to Jacob Kane and says, protect him. And he asks, how did you know where he was? And she looks at him and says,
That's the writing.
No, she says, I look. Alice,
yeah, she looked at the script and it said bad writing, and that's the solution for everything.
So Sophie and Alice basically over at a lab, they're looking for a lead and they run into somebody, and there's a whole bunch of meh. It's not worth talking about. Basically, at the end, Alice finds a card that gives a hint and finds a letter from Ocean. And as she picks it up, she gets a flashback to some guy on the island that apparently turned her into Alice, that led her to become Alice. And she asks, what's that? So she obviously doesn't remember.
And I want to point out this is probably because of the Flashpoint, the Gold Crisis. Is the new character. She's got new memories popping up now, probably that was triggered by this person, or she lost her memory on the island because it's like lost.
It doesn't really matter. She basically doesn't remember whoever this guy is, and apparently this might be Ocean. Well, no, she says Ocean. So yeah, we know.
But the big giveaway is the fact that it's who has the photo of him. Sophie.
Oh, bum bum. Speaking of Sophie, she goes to Jacob and basically says that Alice is looking for Kate, and they have to find Kate first. One more. There's a couple more notes. Ryan looks at her wound in her shoulder from the kryptonite bullet in the first episode, and it's infecting. Mary is admitting to Ryan that she wants to look for Kate, even though she doesn't want to believe Alice. She wants to look for Kate in hope that she's alive, which I can't blame her for. Then Ryan goes down, and she apparently texted somebody, and Angelique, the girl she knew as a kid, appears. And Angelique basically says, okay, so they kidnapped the candy lady. You didn't have to tell me this over here. You could have texted me. And Ryan says, I kind of miss the person who always had my back. And then they pinky swear. And that's pretty much how the episode ends. Now, I
want to point out that this series is not so bad because it seems like every other week we get a new lesbian. I'm kind of happy with that because you can never have enough lesbians.
I'll be fair. Ryan isn't. She's an attractive young woman, absolutely. But
is she a lesbian or is she bisexual?
No, she's a lesbian. She's a lesbian. There's no doubt. The only one that you can debate is maybe bisexual or was bisexual at one point is Sophie. But that's and I don't know about Alfred's daughter.
Yeah, so basically, getting back to the comment, I believe it was okay, another subtle dig, basically saying that the Batman didn't give a shit about the children. I personally don't see what the problem is that because why would Batman care about kids? That's what he's got Gordon for. Gordon is supposed to be taking care of the other crap. Batman takes care of the supervillains.
But Batman does care about
kids. Yes. And I understand Batman does care about kids. He stopped the bus. The Joker was on.
He stopped the bus.
Actually, no, I think the kids died on the bus, didn't they? The first episode.
No. Basically, what he does is he's able to save the people on the bus, and that leads to Beth falling into the river, and the mom dying. Batman says that he wishes that he could have saved them, and he was looking for Beth, but couldn't find her. If I remember correctly,
because he wasn't really looking. Because we know Batman can do anything.
Batman can do a lot of things, but the thing about Batman is he is doing a lot, and to say that. Because this one kid goes missing and he's not looking, that oh my gosh, look, he's a bad guy. No, to imply that is stupid.
But guess what though? This whole plot with Kate Kane that she's unarmed, one of Bruce is there.
What?
One of Bruce's remember Bruce is gone. He's missing for 5 years now. Maybe he's stuck on an island somewhere, or he's stuck on that island with Kate now.
Ooh, so you're saying that maybe Bruce Wayne has been kidnapped for like 5 years?
Or he's taking vacation.
Well, just a vacation. I don't know.
Or he's on the YouTube channel. We don't know.
I want to make this clear.
We don't know this. He could be on the YouTube channel talking to you right now.
Oh my goodness, it's you. So, I want to make this absolutely clear. I do not mind the lesbians on this show. I mind crappy characters. I like Alfred's daughter. I actually like Sophie. Ryan Wilder as a character makes no sense. And to say that she does is just absurd. She's a woman who lives in a van. The idea that she could find the suit intact perfectly and then have the skill to just most of the time succeed with it, except 1 or 2 instances, don't forget, it's absurd. It's ridiculous. And that's the problem. It's not that she's a lesbian.
To be fair though, do you think Kate Kane actually know what she was doing when she first started?
She had to adjust, but she had more training. She had training that made sense.
Yes, but not training with the bat suit though.
No, but she had to adjust, and she had to fit it to her. She had to do a lot to become Batwoman.
Yeah, and guess what though? She had white privilege, so she was able to do it faster.
If I could roll these beads of her eyes, I would.
You got to be quit being racist, you stupid little puppet. Gosh.
I'm not being racist. Sophie is a black woman, and I point to her all the time and saying how great she is.
Yeah, she's a black woman. You pointed her all the time. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Get out of the cave now. Get out. No one wants you
out of this cave. I have found it. I'm going to put on that suit. If Hush can wear that suit, so can I.
Yes, but Hush did not put on the suit, though. He took the car.
No, he just took the car. That's right. Well, the suit wasn't there. But that's besides the point. Let's look at some comments. Kate Kane was also made no sense. I disagree. Because the writers are trash. No, like I said, she was a lot like her comic book version. From what I remember, not the old '60s one, but from the one that I have on a bookshelf somewhere. Where in this Batcave do I keep them? I don't know. But I do not mind the character of Kate Kane. I really don't. I know she had some cringy lines sometimes, and that's what they highlighted. But as a character, she did not offend the viewers. I also like Alice as a character. I think she's interesting. She's an interesting villain.
Snatchface is like, she let her go like 15 times. How does that make sense? Because
it's her sister.
She's like Bruce. You can't stop what you can't stop.
She's her sister too. And when it comes to family is hard.
What if Joker is Bruce's brother?
Go away. Get out.
Yeah. Goodbye, everybody.
I'm kidding. See, this episode, it doesn't utterly offend me. I sometimes I'm just shaking my head and laughing at stupidity. Yes, there is stupid writing, absolutely. But there are people in this that I still enjoy. I enjoy Beth. I enjoy even Sophie. Mary she's kind of annoying with how easy she's jumped on the Ryan Wilder bus.
I can agree with you because Ryan Wilder could actually be better, but she's got to stop playing the victim card. She's got to stop using I'm black. Yes, we know you're black. It does not make you special. It just makes you a person. You know, just like everybody else. We're all freaking equal. Now, if you have the mentality that you're not equal, then you'll never be equal because you'll always be trying to prove yourself to a bar that you'll never be able to reach because they're racist.
Yeah, I have to say that I truly want this show to be good.
Yeah,
I don't watch it because
all we want is her beating up bad guys, and that's it. We don't need her talking politics.
we need her being we need her actually having a story that makes sense within the world.
Someone should go and tell her, like, guess what? You replaced a white woman. Now you're a hero. So why are you complaining?
I know she's just become a hero. We're 4 episodes in.
And I'm more like 10 beers in.
I don't even think Kate had her suit with the red wig or anything within 4 episodes.
Nah, I don't have to go back and look. I think it was maybe like around the same time, like 4 episodes maybe. Because first episode, she put on the costume, but she did not alter it until like a couple episodes later.
You know,
or maybe I'm wrong. I'm a little bit drunk. I don't care.
Oh, yeah, Bad Arnold. I know. Aren't you supposed to be patrolling tonight after this stream?
I told you I'm on vacation.
You're on vacation. I forgot Batman takes a vacation. Sorry.
Yeah, you know why? Because in capable hands, I got the Batwoman there. She'll save you. Well, actually, no. You're in her cab. You're violating her. So now she's going to kick your ass.
The whole point of us watching this show and reviewing
it is to make me suffer while I'm on vacation.
Sure, that too. But
because I watch it on the monitor all the freaking time, and I just don't understand, and I drink more.
It doesn't help, does it?
No, it's not. It's not good. I'd rather be kicking back and then maybe hanging out with the ladies, but instead I'm watching this crap. But then again, it makes me feel a little bit safer knowing that they have an awesome supporting cast for the show.
Supporting cast, absolutely. Luke Fox is still
without the supporting cast. This would just be like the Flash team, just horrible at a slower pace than the Flash runs.
And you know what? I'm excited to announce once Flash is back, we are also going to be reviewing that and Supergirl. I know. I don't want to review Supergirl, but I am doing it for all of you. We're also doing Superman and Lois, but I feel like that might be better. I have a strong feeling that it could be, even though the choice for Lois is not who I would pick. So in conclusion, be better. That's all we want from Batwoman as a show. We want it to be better. And it looks like that they could be trying to with the side plot of is Kate alive? Even though I hate the idea, if you're going, don't toy with us. We want answers because you have made a screwed up situation. We deserve a proper answer towards this question.
Yeah, and I only got one thing to say to you. I got some candy. Want to come here? Come here. I got candy.
No, I better not.
Yeah, it's a good candy too. It's special kind. Just for you.
I don't even have a stomach.
Yeah, but I can shove this right up you. You like that? You like to get things shoved up?
I feel like I should stop talking to you now.
It's okay. We go offline. Maybe we talk some more.
I don't know, but we're going to finish talking about this.
Let's do what you want to do. Fine.
Mm-hmm. My final thoughts on this episode. They truly just are writing themselves into a Supergirl wall, and I hate it. And I want them to do better because they did in the first season. I'm going to stand by that point. I enjoy the first season of Batwoman, and I'm not ashamed to say it.
I don't know how you even stand.
Well, I don't really have legs, but don't tell people that.
It's true. YouTubers don't have legs. It's been confirmed.
That's right. They all sit. That's all there is.
Except for Engeltine. He's the only one we've seen who has legs.
That's true. I don't need legs, though. Gail has all the legs I need. Don't you, Gail? She says yes. I am glad you all decided to tune in. So here from Batwoman's Batcave, I am going to thank you all again. And thank you for Bat Arnold. Thank you for showing up.
You're welcome. But come get the candy.
No, thank you, Candy Lady. Wait, you're the Candy Man. Candy Man. The Candy Man can. Okay, now this is just getting weird. He has had too much to drink. Thank you so much for watching.
So
and we will see you next week for Batwoman, episode 5, season 2.